Straight Shift with the Car Chick, the podcast that's all about cars, buying, selling, fixing, and driving, and sometimes pretty fast if you're the car chick. Now, here she is.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Straight Shift. This is part 2 of the 2-part series on car warranties. The previous podcast, episode 40, I talked about really what warranties are and gave you a legal definition of a warranty. And then I went into detail about the new car warranty that comes with your brand new car from the factory. So today we're going to continue this series and talk about extended warranties. So if you want to know about the new car warranties and you missed episode 40, I recommend you go back and listen to that first because it'll give you some good background generic information on warranties before you listen to this one. Today, talking about extended warranties, I want to go through the different types of extended warranties that are out there, the different sources of them, and some of the big pitfalls and gotchas and quite frankly, downright scams that are out there. And also help you, give you the information you need to determine whether or not an extended warranty is something that you want to purchase. Are they really worth it? And are they worth it more specifically to you if you're in the market? The first type of extended warranty is a certified pre-owned warranty. I'm sure you've seen, if you've done any used car shopping at all or watched commercials, you'll hear them advertise certified pre-owned. It's a certified pre-owned BMW or it's a certified pre-owned Honda. That is a specific type of warranty. And I realize that there's a lot of information that I have to give, so I am actually going to do a whole separate dedicated podcast just to certified pre-owned vehicles to be able to go into that detail and kind of what the criteria are for certified pre-owned. What does that really mean? What do cars have to go through and pass to be declared certified pre-owned? So that's going to be a whole separate podcast. Today, I'm just going to talk about really what the warranty piece of that is. A certified pre-owned car basically is a used car that the manufacturer and their franchise dealership that took it in on trade or got it back from lease, and they said, you know what? This is still a pretty darn good little used car, and we are confident in it, and we're going to back it and give you a little bit of an extra warranty as an incentive for you as a used car shopper to buy it. So a certified pre-owned warranty is essentially an extension of your original factory warranty. It is backed by the factory, and it will typically extend that factory warranty for another 12 months or 12,000 miles, whichever comes first. That's the most common length. Every manufacturer has a little bit of a different CPO program. Some of them are 12 months or unlimited miles. That's something that the Highline companies like Audi and Lexus have started doing recently. A few manufacturers, it's less than that. Chryslers are 3 months, 3,000 miles, which okay, interpret that as you will, but perhaps it says something about their own confidence in the reliability of their own vehicles. That is what a certified pre-owned warranty is. It is truly an extension of the original factory warranty. Sometimes there might be an extension to the powertrain warranty. Some manufacturers like Honda and Ford, in addition to the extra 12-month, 12,000 mile full warranty, they will also give you an extra, sometimes up to as much as 7 years, 100,000 miles on the powertrain components, the engine, transmission, everything that makes your car go forwards and backwards. So every certified pre-owned warranty is a little bit different. So you need to, by manufacturer, look at what their program looks like and see if that's something that's worth it to you. And I promise my next podcast in 2 weeks or the middle of August, it'll come out, will be all about certified pre-owned cars and all the nitty-gritty details surrounding that. Another type of warranty that you can get on a used car is also backed by the factory. They have different types of other extended warranty programs that they will be more than happy to sell you. The length of these factory warranties, again, it can vary. They have a lot of different types of programs. You can kind of pick and choose from a variety of different options. And the first thing that you want to look at is how much coverage do you want to have? Do you want as much as possible, like everything that they will possibly be willing to cover on the car covered, what we still consider in our minds a bumper to bumper warranty? Or do you just want something that's going to cover those expensive powertrain components? most of the manufacturers will have different coverage options available, and they'll name them fancy things like the silver plan or the gold plan or the platinum plan. It's kind of like going onto the exchange and trying to figure out how to buy health insurance. It's really very similar, actually, in that you are paying a certain amount of money now in the hopes that you're not going to have problems later on. And if you do, the warranty company will pay it for you. Just like if you have a car accident, your insurance company will pay for those repairs. So I like to think of it as a type of insurance, and it certainly is complicated as the health insurance with trying to figure out what's covered and all the little different options that you can choose. But I'm going to make it really simple for you. In my opinion, if you're going to spend the money on an extended warranty, and these things are not cheap, they usually run at least $1,500, sometimes $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, depending on the car and the length of time you want it covered. But if you're going to fork out that kind of money, get the most coverage that you can possibly get. Because quite frankly, especially these days with all of the complicated technology and computers and sensors and cameras and all that other crap that they're putting in cars these days, that complexity and those electronics are the big unknown. And honestly, those are the things that we are seeing a lot of problems on in the newer cars today. You see a lot of the recalls or the class action lawsuits. They're around those infotainment systems and other fancy, what's called high-tech electronics. And that's the stuff that we just don't know what its reliability is going to be long term. A lot of the initial problems are due to programming errors, and those can be resolved, but electronics are still something that they do wear out. And unlike your engine and your transmission, there's no maintenance that you can do on it as a preventative measure to make it last longer. The warranty companies have realized that, and for that reason, I kind of anticipate that those are going to be where we may see a lot of the problems, and those systems are really freaking expensive because they can't just be repaired. They have to be completely replaced. So if you're going to spend the money on an extended warranty, either go big or go home. Get the biggest warranty that covers as many parts as possible, or just don't bother, because otherwise I don't really feel that it's worth the money. So ignore the silver plan, ignore any of the economy plans. I don't think they're worth it. If you're going to spend the money, get the full Monty Platinum plan. The other thing that you need to look at is what is covered. Because even if you do buy that platinum or top level plan, it's still not going to cover absolutely everything on the car. So you need to look at that contract. The dealers, when they want to sell you these extended warranties, this is the stuff that they spring on you in the finance office, after you've spent 3 hours negotiating the price of the car. And if you follow my advice, you're not going to be negotiating on the spot anyway. You're going to be doing this ahead of time. It's going to be a nice process that you keep control over. If you think you might want an extended warranty on that used car that you're looking to buy, ask ahead of time to get the options, get the pricing, negotiate the heck out of it, but get a copy of the full contract so that you can see what is covered and what is not covered. When you're in the finance office or at the dealership, they usually have these nice little one-page laminated sheets that they show you, oh, here's what it is and here's what's covered. Well, that's a nice high-level summary that's designed to help them sell the warranty. It does not go into the detail that you need it to go into to really understand what is covered and, most importantly, what is not covered. Reading the 12 pages of exclusions that are in that contract is much more important in a way than reading what is included, because what's not included is going to tell you, those gotchas. I can't tell you how many other people who have called me who have purchased extended warranties, and then they had something go wrong with the car. Then they took it into the shop and to get the repair work done under the warranty, and lo and behold, the warranty company only covered 60 or 70% of the repairs. And that's because car systems are complicated. And when one part breaks and they have to replace that one broken part, there's frequently a bunch of other parts around it that also have to be replaced. And depending on that extended warranty, those other parts may or may not be covered by the warranty company. So, things like seals and gaskets, any of those little rubber parts that go between the metal parts or around the metal parts, those are frequently not covered on extended warranties. A lot of extended warranties don't cover your high-tech electronics, so that crazy complicated infotainment system that's acting wonky, or the backup camera, the 360 camera, or even the sunroof motor. Be sure you know if those things are covered. And those are the things that if the warranty doesn't cover those things, it's probably not worth buying, because those are your high ticket, expensive repair items that cannot be managed via preventative maintenance. So make sure that you understand what is covered and, most importantly, what all is not covered. And in that contract, it will also give you a list of things that will void the warranty. And I talked about that a lot in episode 40, talking about the new car warranties. Same thing with extended warranties. If you put aftermarket parts on the car, that could void it. If you race the car or use it for a purpose that it was not originally intended to. The extended warranty companies will usually have an even longer laundry list of exclusions or things that, will get them out of honoring that warranty. Lots and lots of loopholes. As long as those loopholes are documented and they abide by those loopholes, then you just need to read them and understand them and not open up an opportunity for them to do that. So read the whole contract word for word. I know it's boring, but this is a lot of money on the line, and you need to know that contract is going to tell you whether or not that extended warranty is worth it to you. And if it is worth it and you do buy it, how do you make sure that it stays working for you if you actually need to use it down the line? The other thing that you need to look at if you're making this decision is how long of a coverage term do you want? And warranties are expressed in terms of year and mileage. 7-year, 100,000, 5-year, 80,000. And as I explained in the last episode, the mileage number on that is total miles on the odometer, not 50,000 extra miles on top of whatever's currently on the odometer, but it's usually, almost always, I can't think of any exceptions, total miles on the odometer. Most extended warranties will have a maximum possibility of 7 years, 100,000 mile coverage. There's a few, I think Honda will go 7-year, 120,000, because it's a Honda. Toyota may do the same. But look at what terms are available to you and decide what is going to be most appropriate for how many miles a year you drive. If you're one of those people that puts 25,000 miles a year on a car, then having a term that goes maximum mileage but fewer years might give you the best bang for your buck, because you're going to hit 100,000 miles in 4 years instead of 7 years. But in general, I recommend get the most mileage possible. Go 100,000, go 120,000, whatever that maximum amount of mileage on the odometer that you can get covered, get it covered. Because things don't typically start to break until 100,000 miles. Think about it. There's a reason why the warranties tend to only go to 100 or 120,000, is the warranty companies are not stupid. They know that that's when the cars start breaking normally anyway. So get the maximum amount of coverage so that your butt is covered for as long as possible. Now we need to quickly talk about what that term means and when that timer starts, because this is one of the pitfalls. A lot of people think that, that timer, the 7 years, the 5 years, whatever the time portion of that warranty term is, starts the day that your factory warranty expires. That's not true. The extended warranty timer starts the day you sign that contract and it gets turned into the warranty company, the day that contract becomes active. If you're buying a used car whose factory warranty has already expired or is going to expire, in the next few months, that's okay, because you want it to start today so that you're covered from day one. But here's where it can get hinky and people can waste money and not realize it. Let's say that you are buying a 2-year-old Audi that has 30,000 miles on it. That's a 4-year, 50,000 mile factory original warranty. So you still have 2 more years and another 20,000 miles of that original warranty covering you. But if the dealer wants to sell you an extended warranty for, say, 5 years, 80,000 miles for $3,000, I'm just throwing numbers out there randomly. Think about it. That 5 years starts today. So the first 2 of those 5 years are now running concurrently with the factory warranty that already comes free with the car. So you're wasting 2 years of that $3,000 warranty that you just bought. And that 80,000 mile limit is only giving you 30,000 more miles than the factory warranty gives you. So really, you have paid $3,000 for a 5-year, 80,000 mile warranty that only gives you value for 3 years and 30,000 miles. So that changes the business case. Now you're talking about, okay, that's $1,000 a year that I'm paying for that warranty. Is that really worth it to me? So be sure you understand that that timer, however many years that warranty runs, that timer starts the day you sign the contract, not the day that the original factory warranty expires on the car, whenever that may be. Therefore, if you buy a used car that is still under the factory warranty and will be for more than just a couple of months, it probably doesn't make sense to buy an extended warranty for it now. Just wait, until a couple months or a month before the factory warranty is going to expire. As long as you buy an extended warranty before the original factory warranty expires, it's a little bit cheaper. So don't pay for something that's going to overlap the original factory warranty. I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to talk about third-party extended warranties. We're going to talk about some scams, and then kind of give you my bottom line on whether or not I think extended warranties are really worth the money. I'll be right back. Do you hate car shopping? Do you worry about being taken advantage of or about finding the right car at a great price? Buying a car can be a frustrating and time-consuming experience. But what if you could get a great deal without having to do a ton of research, without having to haggle, and without the fear of buying a lemon? You can. As your personal car shopper, the Car Chick will help you pick the perfect car based on your unique lifestyle, budget, and personality. She'll handle all of the legwork and negotiating for you. All you have to do is sign the papers and take the keys. It's that easy. To learn how the Car Chick can save you time, money, and hassle on your next car purchase, give us a call at 704-248-8706. That's 704-248-8706. Or visit us on the web at thecarchick.com.
The Car Chick is back for more Straight Shift.
Welcome back. We're talking about extended warranties. I talked before the break about the extended warranties that are backed by the factory, by the manufacturer. But the most common type of extended warranty that are sold for used cars are third-party extended warranties. They are backed not by the factory, but by warranty companies, kind of like insurance companies. There's a whole bunch of them out there in the market. And let me tell you, folks, they are not created equal. Some of them are really good. They offer excellent coverage programs. They're well administered. They have a good reinsurer backing them so that, they're not at risk of going broke and declaring bankruptcy. And now your warranty isn't worth the paper that it's printed on. And they actually pay out their claims when you have a problem and don't give you a lot of flack. There's not that many of those. Quite frankly, a lot of them are a pain in the butt to work with. And some of them are just flat out downright unethical, dishonest, and there's some that are even, I would argue, fraudulent companies, and quite frankly, I don't know how they're legally in business. But a lot of these, like I said, are actually really good companies. But it's hard to know which is which. Again, this is why you shop these ahead of time. You're not making this decision on the spot in the finance office at the dealership. You need to have time to research the company. So find out from the dealer, hey, who's the company that's offering this warranty? Is this through GWC? That happens to be one of the warranty companies that's really good. Is it through somebody else? That way you can Google the heck out of that company and find out if they really are a good company. Again, be careful with your Googling because there are a lot of websites out there that supposedly review these car warranty companies. There are things like top10bestcarwarranties.com or, something URL that they've bought that maximizes their search engine optimization so it comes up on the first page of your Google search. But most of those are actually advertising websites. So those alleged top 10 best warranty companies are not necessarily the best. They're simply the ones that paid to be on that site. So make sure that you're looking at true, honest, objective reviews, not a marketing website. I am a huge fan of the Better Business Bureau. I go to the bbb.org and look up dealerships, warranty companies, products, pretty much every company I research on the BBB. Do your homework, really look for consumer reviews on those warranty companies to find out what has been the experience of other consumers who have purchased these extended warranties with their used car. They had a problem. Was the warranty company good? Did they pay out on their claim? Granted, you have to take some of those reviews with a grain of salt because a lot of those people didn't read the warranty contract and they thought that something should be covered when there it was in black and white, had they bothered to read the contract, that it was not. So the fact that the warranty company didn't cover their claim was not the warranty company's fault. They were honoring the contract. So you got to understand the contract. A good warranty company will honor their contract and will be relatively easy for the shop to work with. And quite frankly, the shop needs to know how to work with these companies because it is kind of a game, just like it is, if you get into a wreck and the shop's got to repair your car and work with your insurance company. There's definitely the right and wrong way to do that. And not all shops are particularly savvy about working with these companies. And sometimes the shop can actually screw up the claim for you. So, if you do have a warranty claim, be sure it's a shop that has worked with that specific warranty company before and is actually competent in doing so. Some dealership groups have actually created their own warranty companies to be able to sell you these third-party extended warranties. We do a lot of business here with the Hendrick organization here in the Charlotte area because that's where they're based. And Rick realized that, he and his, 400 odd dealerships across the country sell so many extended warranties and other finance products that why were they giving all their money to these third-party companies? So being a good entrepreneur that he is, Mr. Hendrick created his own company called Hendrick Guard, and they offer their own extended warranties on any type of car. And they administer it, they back it. They're good warranties. It's a good company. They're a little on the pricey side, in my opinion. They tend to be more expensive than the factory-backed warranties. They do have a lot of other benefits because with an extended warranty, often it's not just the repairs that are the benefit. Many of them, at least the good ones, will also offer 24-hour roadside assistance. So, if you get a flat tire, they'll come out and rescue you just like AAA or any of those companies. They may offer free towing, travel assistance. So if you have this breakdown under warranty while you're on vacation, they may pay to tow your car a certain number of miles, to the nearest dealership or back to your hometown, to your own dealership. They may even pay for a night or two in a hotel for you or give you a rental car for the inconvenience of your car breaking down. So those are just some of the kind of extra benefits that are worth looking at, and they can make a warranty more valuable to some people versus the one that will just cover the parts. So be sure you understand fully what the benefits are beyond just what parts and labor are covered. With these kind of what I'm calling captive warranty companies that the dealership groups create, the benefit is that they tend to be very good warranties, good coverage, and especially if you do your regular service at one of their dealerships, if you have a problem, it makes it super easy to make that warranty claim because everything tends to be under one large company umbrella. The downside is some of these dealership groups, if they do have their own captive extended warranty companies, they don't want to sell you the one that's offered by the car manufacturer, the factory-backed one, because that one's actually cheaper than theirs, but they want to sell theirs. So sometimes you have to ask, hey, is that through your company or is that through the manufacturer? And sometimes then they'll tell you both. Some of them, unfortunately, will say, you know what, we're not allowed to sell anything but our own. So even though ours is more expensive, I can't sell you the one from the factory. And I have actually tried calling the car manufacturer and complaining about that. And they're like, they're allowed to do that. It's their dealership. It doesn't violate our franchise agreement. So, again, if you're considering buying an extended warranty for a used car that you're looking to purchase, shop it around. Make sure you understand who backs it. And, does the dealership have multiple options with multiple companies? Your independent dealership, sometimes they'll have 2 or 3 different warranty companies that they can sell because some of them are better for some cars than others, or they have different programs, and you may need them to look at the different options and help you determine which one is best for your situation. Don't rely on them to just automatically give you the best one. They're probably going to give you the one that maximizes their own profits. Hey, they're a business. That's their job. It's your job to ask these questions and to verify the information and to make sure that you have the information you need to make an educated and informed choice. So those are the different types of main extended warranties. You may have, if you have looked at some independent dealerships and you're looking at a used car, and they may advertise, hey, all of our cars come with a warranty. And what that really is they all come with a 3-month, 3,000 mile, extremely limited warranty. Those warranties are barely worth the paper they're printed on. Typically, again, it depends on what the actual company is that offers that administers that. But what the dealers do is, they buy these little cheapy warranties. They literally cost the dealers, $100, $200. They're not expensive. And this is not a warranty that is designed really to protect you. The whole purpose of these warranties, the reason they exist, the reason these little companies sell them to dealerships is as a sales tool. It is so the dealer can say, hey, all of our cars have a warranty. And consumers go, oh, wow, great. I won't have any problems at all. So again, it's, kind of marketing to the uneducated consumer. So I don't even really think of these things as warranties. I think of them as dealer marketing tools. But, if you happen to be looking at a used car that happens to have one of these on it, again, get the information. Find out what the company is, find out what is covered and what is not. Typically, they cover just the bare minimum of the most major parts, like an engine or a transmission. And there's often a lengthy list of loopholes that will get them out of paying that claim. So take those with a grain of salt. And, just because you buy a car that has one of these warranties on it, don't think for a second that your butt is covered in any way, shape, or form. If something goes wrong with the car and that warranty does happen to actually cover it and they make good on that claim, you know what? You just won the lottery. So that's kind of the scoop with those type of extended warranties. Then there are the extended warranties that are just flat out scams. I don't know of anybody out there who has not gotten one of those annoying phone calls, those robocalls that says, according to our records, the factory warranty on your car has expired. Is that right? And then they pause and you say no. And then they say, great. Stand on to connect to one of our agents to find out how you can get an extended warranty so that you won't have any unexpected maintenance repairs. I mean, it's complete and total BS. But I stayed on the line once. I like to kind of mess with these people. And I want to see, is this a real company? Kind of, how does this really work? Most of the ones that are calling you like that, completely in violation of the, federal do not call list, which I'm on, doesn't stop them. Most of the ones that call you are 100% scams. Frequently a company in a foreign country, and all they're doing is trying to be able to charge your credit card for a non-existent warranty or steal your credit card information and charge whatever the heck they want to it and just steal your money. There are a few of them that technically are actually selling a warranty, but they're horribly expensive. And you've got about a snowball's chance in hell of them actually ever paying out a claim. I was really surprised to get one of these solicitations via snail mail. And when they send them out via US mail, that kind of gets them into this whole nother category of potential mail fraud, which is a giant felony. But I got one of these, and I'm a scam baiter. I mess with these people. I like to understand how the scams work. So, of course, I have my little letter here, and I called them. And I did a video on these types of scams. So if you want more information, you want to actually see the letter and kind of everything that I did to mess with these idiots, you can go to my YouTube channel at carchick-tv.com, and that video's out there. It's probably on my blog as well on the carchick.com. So that's just a little fun video that I did because they made me so mad. But I called these people up. And, I have a 2004 Mini Cooper S with 120,000 miles. Maggie has a few years and miles on her. So this is just not a car that you're going to be able to buy a legit extended warranty for, even if I wanted to. But, I called. I wanted to see what the deal was. And so this guy goes over everything with me. And I asked him, I said, well, what is the company that is actually selling this warranty? Are you a broker or do you represent the actual company? What is the company's name? I had my computer up, so I was Googling at the same time. And, the company he gave me, it was a legitimate company in that the company existed. It did have a business license. It did have an actual physical address. It was registered with the Secretary of State, where it was incorporated. So, it was a real company. Real and legit are not necessarily the same thing, though. So I went through this process with him and gave him the specs on my car, and he looked everything up. And it was all I could do not to just bust out laughing and peeing my pants when he came back with the quote. He said, hey, for just $300 a month, we'll give you coverage up to 180,000 miles in 5 years and blah, 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 blah. Give me all this. And I said, wait a minute, back up. $300 a month? That's a car payment. I could buy, I could lease a new car probably for close to that. And I said, what does that cover? Will you please email me a copy of the contract so that I can read the contract and read the coverages and exclusions? And he's like, oh, don't worry. Well, that'll get sent to you after, we close this deal. I just need your credit card first. We're going to charge $2,800 to it today as your down payment. And then it'll be $300 a month for the next, million years. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What is the cash price of this? It was like $7,000. And I guarantee you it would not have covered squat. The simple fact that he wouldn't even send me the contract to review first tells me this is not legit. But I literally laughed in his face. Obviously, these things are complete BS, and you should never in a million years buy one. What saddens me is the fact that, they keep calling and they're still in business means that there are some, poor folks out there that fall for this stuff. So please don't be one of them. Anytime a company reaches out to you to offer you an extended warranty, it's BS. It's not legit. Just avoid it. So even if an extended warranty is legit, it's through a good company, they have a good reputation, they pay their claims, is it still worth it to you to buy that? Industry data, and here I go with my data again. You know how much I love to analyze data. The industry data really shows that only 55% of people who purchase extended warranties ever actually use them, make any claims whatsoever. The people that do buy them and do use them, the vast majority of the time, the amount of the repairs, the cost of the repairs that the warranty pays are still less than what the person paid for the warranty. So again, they didn't get their money's worth. And if you think about it from the warranty company's standpoint and profitability, of course that's the way it's supposed to work, because if they don't make more money selling the warranties than they do paying out on warranties, they don't make a profit. Therefore, there's no reason for them to be in business. The reason that people tend to buy these is because when you're buying the extended warranty with the used car, you can roll it into the loan. So now you're not paying $3,000 in cash. You're paying, an extra 50 or so bucks a month on the loan. And that might be, from a cash flow standpoint, more palatable to people. And you're like, if I get down the line and I have this unexpected repair and I have to cough up $3,000 in cash to fix my car, that's really going to hurt me. I don't have that $3,000 in cash. I would rather pay an extra 50 bucks a month to kind of hedge that bet. And I understand that. From a purely financial standpoint, though, it doesn't necessarily make any sense, because you're definitely, absolutely giving up $3,000 of your hard-earned money, even if it's over time, in the hopes that you won't have to pay at least that or more later down the line. So what I recommend, and what other industry experts like Consumer Reports also recommend, is don't buy the extended warranty. Instead, take a look at, okay, how much extra per month would that be on your car payment? And if you can afford that higher car payment, then you can also afford to instead put that extra money into a savings account. So now, instead of paying the warranty company 50 bucks a month, you're paying yourself 50 bucks a month, and it's going into an account that you need to be disciplined enough to designate emergency car repair fund. And guess what? If you don't have repairs, then you still have that money. You haven't wasted it. Also, if you self-insure, if you create that account for yourself, there's no time or mileage limit on it. If that emergency repair doesn't come up until the car is 8 years old and has 130,000 miles on it, that money's still sitting in your account. The extended warranty would have expired and you're out of luck. But if you make your own warranty company with a savings account, that money is still there. So from a financial standpoint, as long as, the car doesn't have a big issue the minute you drive it off the lot, and you can mitigate some of that risk by getting a pre-purchase inspection like I preach, you can really reduce those risks and financially make a better decision for yourself. So that's kind of my not so humble opinion on whether or not extended warranties are worth it or not. If you're thinking about buying an extended warranty, you're not sure if it's worth it, you want to spend just a couple minutes talking through that with me, or you have a specific question, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Just go to my website, thecarchick.com. You can email me through the form on there or give me a call. I'm happy to spend a few minutes on the phone or answering your email to help you make a better decision on that. I think the next podcast, I'm going to go into details about certified pre-owned cars and how those work. And then maybe the next time we're going to talk about exploding sunroofs. So if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, do so that you don't miss out on all the great information and some of the crazy fun. Until next time, folks, drive safely.
The Straight Shift podcast is copyright LeeAnn Shattuck, The Car Chick, 2017. All views expressed by guest and or co-hosts are those of the guest and or co-hosts, and not necessarily those of LeeAnn Shattuck or The Car Chick.